Tony in the fight. Brought to you by In Your Howse in the Gonzo wrestling room. Boots hit hard.
All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to the Raw After Party with Gonzo and OG Tony. Brought to you by In Your Howse Wrestling Network. I'm Gonzo, he's Tony. How's it going?
Going pretty good. Going pretty good. We had a good show earlier today, and then I know House and them I think had a great watch along. House and Josh earlier today, so I think we're doing pretty well. Well, Chris, how'd you like Raw tonight?
I thought Raw was real good tonight. Real good.
I did too. I already read some reviews of different places I always check out, and one person thought it was a letdown from last week because of the ending. But you're not going to have an ending like you had last week every week. I mean, you're just not going
Yeah,
to. I
but
mean,
was
yeah,
this week's ending as good as last week? Maybe not, but this week's ending wasn't bad at all. Like,
no, it was a surprise. Nobody saw this coming. So yeah, we'll get into that. But yeah, I thought it was a really good episode of Raw. I thought the wrestling on the show was very good.
hey, what's
Uh,
up, Josh? He said it was a great Monday Night Raw. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was real
yeah,
good.
yeah. Well, Chris, we'll break down the segments, and then we'll get into the matches like we normally do. The show started off with LA Knight and Solo Sokoa out in the ring doing a promo, which I thought was pretty solid.
That was some
Uh,
funny shit.
they got some great chemistry, man. They got some great chemistry. The Usos show up, the captains of the bloodline, and end up a challenge being made for the Usos versus LA Knight and Sokoa for later that night, for later tonight. And I thought it was a solid opening. Uh, was it the best opening they've ever done? No, but I thought it was a good one. I thought it was a good way to start the show. And like I said, when you can have LA Knight uh, and Solo together with their chemistry, you got a great start. Your thoughts, Chris?
Oh, I loved it. Solo and LA Knight were making fun of the Usos, and uh, they were doing the pew pew at each other and shit. I was fucking cracking up. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
I loved the opening, and they, of course, it made that match, and then we'll talk about what happened later on. But yeah, I thought it was real good.
yeah, I thought it was a solid start. Then you go to a backstage thing with Rey Mysterio, and you get Dom and JD McDonough come up and start to give Ray a little bit of shit, but then out of nowhere, Javon Evans getting revenge from last week. He beats the crap out of him. I liked it. I mean, it was short, but it was sweet, and it made sense from last week.
Yeah,
What'd you think?
yeah, I liked it. Mysterio was talking to Ray Phoenix, and as Phoenix walked away, here come Dom and McDonough, and Dom calling Ray a deadbeat and
Yeah,
giving Ray shit. Then Evans came out of fucking nowhere. Like, he
yeah,
came out of nowhere and just blasted him. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
yeah. I thought it was short, sweet, but it was effective. Uh, Next up, we got a real quick little promo video for Lola Vice, who was a champion down in NXT. She's coming to WWE. I would think that she's coming to Raw since that promo was on there, but sometime they'll play they might play that promo on SmackDown. So I'm not going to say for sure she's coming to Raw. I'm just going to say that that's going to be my guess. But since I give the date, I'm going to say that it's probably going to be Raw. She's a very good talent. She was the one that fought in Bellator. She's did very well in the WWE. She was on AAA as a champion, mixed tag champion, and a world champion in NXT. So I think she will help Raw a lot. Chris, you got any thoughts on her?
I'm sorry, on who? I
On
got one.
Lola Vice, that quick promo that they played about the lady that's coming in.
Oh, I didn't know a whole lot about her.
Yeah, yeah. She's the one that
It looked
she fought
interesting,
in
but
Bellator.
I don't know much about her.
Yeah, she's the one that fought in Bellator. She's done very well in NXT and AAA.
What
I
was her
think she'll
name in
be.
Bellator?
Uh,
You know? Do you know? If you don't know off the top of your head,
I don't know. I really don't know.
okay, I'll look
But
it up.
I think she was undefeated or only had lost one fight in Bellator. I mean, she was a solid fighter for Bellator. I'm not saying that
I
she was
was
this great.
sharing the show, and I didn't catch her when you said her name.
Yeah, I agree, Josh. She's going to be a boost to the women's division on Raw. I agree with that 100%. Uh, then to one of the probably the best segment of the night, in my opinion, at least. We'll get your opinion, Chris. Uh, I'll let you give it first. The Oba Femi and Braun Breaker contract signing. You
Oh, I loved it. I loved. Let me get to my notes on this. 'Cause I did take a few little notes on this one. Um, I loved Breaker starting it off with "Who the hell do you think you are?" I loved break the way Breaker started it off, and then I liked the way Femi went right back at him, and then the closing when Breaker asked Femi if if his daddy Paul Heyman was going to sign a contract for him, and then he went and got in Paul Heyman's face, and then it looked like he was
yeah.
going to take Heyman out, and then all of a sudden he turned and hit Oba, which I think it's in the end Paul's going to doing something and helping Breaker. I think it's looking like Heyman's kind of favoring Femi the last couple weeks, but I think it's going to be a swerve and Paul's going to end up backing Breaker when it comes down to it. Probably at the Sunday night main event.
It could be. That's very possible, Chris. I wouldn't say that it's not. I love it. I
But
love
yeah, I
what they're
loved the
doing with
segment.
this.
I thought it was well done. I thought both guys shined in it. I thought Breaker done a good job, but I also thought I think Oba just keeps getting better and better on the mic.
The reason I liked it because it's real. Because Braun Breaker should feel that way. I mean,
Yes.
everything he said was true. He was set up to be the man, and it all got tucked away because he got injured. And of course, I'm not saying Obafemi don't deserve the spot. I'm not saying that at all. But that was Braun's spot until he got hurt,
Yeah.
and then it all got took away. So Braun should feel that way, for real. And then the little added thing with Paul Heyman, not knowing hell, you never know what Heyman's going to do.
No.
I mean, what if they turn Oba heel? I mean, there's a lot
Yeah.
of different things that could
And,
happen.
and Heyman keeps like he'll be like it's like he's favoring one guy, but then it's like he's favoring another guy a little bit. Like he's kind of on that
Uh,
fence.
Well, he's a snake,
Yeah.
he's waiting to strike, and he'll choose what side he's going to take. I thought this was a 10 out of 10 promo. I don't know how you could have done that any better, in my opinion.
No, I agree. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great.
And next segment, I really like this one too. It was quick and again, but there's nothing wrong with being quick. Usos and Jacob Fatu backstage. The Usos kind of throwing it in Jacob's face that they're the captains. That they're kind of in charge, kind of making it. Didn't come out and say it, but we're kind of over you, that type of thing. And uh, Fatu wasn't having any of it. You punk ass bitch. Jey Uso and all that stuff, but I liked it because it's a callback from last week and the weeks before.
Yeah.
They're playing the story very good, and Jacob didn't come out and help him when they got took out.
See, I think Jacob's going to end up breaking away from the bloodline.
He could end up with the group that showed up tonight, Chris, because he's got big ties with Royce Keys. So we'll get to that a little bit later.
I think it could happen here pretty soon and go into war games.
Could be. What do you think if we seen like maybe a 3-team war games?
Yeah, it'd be something different.
Something, even if you only did 3 guys on a team or 4 guys on a team. It'd be something different, something we haven't seen. I think that would be interesting. Uh, from there, we had Soruka and Io Sky. Io Sky seems a little out of place right now. I don't think they know what to do with her. Not that she was bad in the promo or anything, but I mean, you could have took her out of that promo. I don't know if it would have made a difference. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, you wouldn't have missed her if she wasn't in it.
Yeah, I mean, she was fine, but I like Valkyrie's character. I like that they're getting more mic time. She needs it. I think she's starting to find her way in the ring too. So I think she's starting to get there. And I've heard this, Paul Heyman's been working with her a lot, one on one. So that may be one reason. They've slowed her down a little bit on stuff, and so I like where they're going. So I thought that was decent. Then we get another segment backstage with LA Knight and Solo backstage. You know, Solo thanking LA Knight and LA Knight thanking him. And I like it because it seems real. I mean, the chemistry it seems legit. So now, could one of them end up turning on each other? Of course, but it's pro wrestling. You never know. But I like where they're going right now. Even though it was just a little segment, I still thought it was a good segment. What do you think, Chris?
No, I agree. I thought it was a good segment.
Then we had another small. They had a lot of quick segments tonight because we had a lot of wrestling on the show. Had Gable backstage, and here comes Ethan Page. I love both these guys. I love Gable. I love Ethan Page.
This was a good little segment.
Ethan Page is a great heel, man. He perfect heel. Uh, why AEW didn't use him, I'll never get it. Because he can talk on the mic and he can wrestle in the ring. Is he going to be a main eventer? Maybe not, but he can be a solid worker for you for years. And yeah, I really enjoyed this, even though again it was a little segment, but I think a very effective segment.
No, I agree. And Gable told him, like, "You had the same shot I had. You were in the same match as I was to get this title, and you tapped out to me." Like, so I mean, yeah, I thought it was a short segment, but I thought it was effective.
Yeah, I thought the backstage segments were all pretty solid. The last couple things here, you got a thing where they made an announcement. Next week we got Penta and Phoenix. Uh, One on one, the brothers against each other. I think it's going to be a huge match. I think they're going to give it a lot of time. And the winner of that gets to go against Roman. I think that's September 13th or 12th on a Monday night in Mexico City, coming up in a couple weeks. They also announced they're going to have Sol Ruca against Raquel Rodriguez for the Intercontinental Championship, Women's Championship. That's next week, too. So there's two big matches that they've already, got for next week. So I think that's interesting. And then in 2 weeks, they announced Stephanie Becker versus Liv Morgan on Monday Night Raw for the WWE Championship. So I like the fact that they're setting up stuff,
And
for weeks to come.
Roman Reigns is going to be on Raw next week
Yes.
to be there for whoever wins that tournament.
That should be a really good Raw. I mean, you're going to find out some stuff from what happened from this week, carry on. So there's some big stuff that did
They,
happen this week. I mean,
that's something I think WWE's been doing better at the last few weeks is uh, ta- t- telling the story is good, but also building up for the next week.
something,
Like now they like it seems like the last few weeks they've had at least two or three big things that they've already have built up and kind of advertised for the next week. I think
you know,
I think that's been helping.
something's changed. I mean, when Triple H first came in, he did a real good job of getting stories and moving them along and everything. And then they kind of got away from that. And of course, TKO got involved, I think, with some stuff, and The Rock got involved with some stuff. And I think they got off track. But I really believe since SummerSlam, something's changed. I don't know if TKO's backed off. I don't. But something has changed in the booking and how the shows are being put together because Raw has been really, really strong, in my opinion, since uh, SummerSlam. I think they've really done a great job getting back on track and getting the focus put where it needs to be on three or four different stories and titles. I think that they've and same thing with SmackDown. I think SmackDown, what they did, they added a lot of star power over there, something they didn't have
Yeah.
before. It was missing. I think they're kind of relying on the star power of Roman Reigns and Bloodline to kind of carry things over there and going a little bit with the youth movement with Javon and Oba, which I think is very smart. Uh, but what do you think has changed? Do you think I think TKO's backed off for some reason? Whether Triple H said something or they decided they needed to, something has changed.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think something has changed. I agree with you, but I'm wondering could maybe the Rock maybe was trying to meddle maybe a little bit too much. and maybe that's backed off, or like you said, maybe some Triple H said something and some things got changed. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe TKO was making some decisions, and
Said, "Hey, back off." Yeah,
The Rock finally stepped in and said, "Hey, we need to stop doing this. We're handcuffing them and let Triple H do his job." So, yeah, I definitely think something has changed, but it'd be interesting to know what it was.
yeah. I would like to know because something has changed. It really has. Chris, let's get into the matches. First match on the show was Stephanie Valkyr versus Roxanne Perez. Also got a little interference from Roxanne's group, and then Becky comes out to help. Stephanie ends up getting the win. Your thoughts on this match? I'll let you go first.
Yeah, I thought this was a good match. It kind of surprised me that Vakura won. Just because I figured outside interference was Perez was going to win. But despite the interference, and they're toward the end they interfered quite a bit. But yeah, I thought it was a solid match, and that Vakura's impressive. Perez is a good. I wish she was just a little bit bigger.
Yeah,
She's a little small, but I mean, Liv Morgan's small, and look at the success she's been able to have. So,
yeah,
but yeah, Perez is good in the ring. But yeah, I thought that was a real solid match. I enjoyed it.
yeah. I thought it was really good. I was glad to see Stephanie back in the ring. I think she's very good. Roxanne Perez, I've been a big fan of hers for a long time. She was doing real well in NXT uh, at one point. Then she had a little. I honestly think she had a little mental breakdown, and she actually gave up the belt for a little bit, took a little time off, and came back. And then she's been going like gangbusters since. So Roxanne, again, I think if she was a couple inches taller, 10 pounds heavier, I think that she would be a little further on the card. But I still think that she's gonna. I mean, she's only like 22, 23 years old,
Oh yeah,
so she's young. She's young. I still think she's a big star because she's excellent in the ring, and she's decent on the mic. She's got good facial expressions. She sells great. Big things for her to come, I'm
Didn't
sure.
she have an injury at one point that set her back some too?
She had an injury also, yeah.
I was gonna say I thought because she was getting pretty. She was pretty hot there for a minute, and then
Yep,
remember
yep.
she had an injury.
And she was a real good baby face, but actually she's been just as good as a heel. So that would be my only thing for her. Can you buy? And I know we've had some heels that are small, but I think it's hard if there's a real small stature, especially in the women's division, to be a really big threat as a heel.
I
Do you
depends on.
find that too?
I think it depends on what kind of hill. Like if you do kind of like a chicken shit type hill that has some people
Or
that helps them with like a
well,
little group, kind of like
kind of
what you're doing with Liv
like Liv.
Morgan.
Yeah, good point.
I think you can make it work like that, but I don't think you like just like a straight hill kind of like by themselves. Yeah, I think it'd be a little harder.
Yeah.
I think if you do something where you have maybe a couple people with them to be like their enforcer or whatever, I think you can make it work.
Uh, next match, Javon Evans versus Big Cass. I'm gonna let you go first on this one too, Chris. What'd you think of this?
I really enjoyed this match, and I'll tell you what, I think Big Cass looked real good for his debut match back.
Yeah.
Tell you what, the dude's in shape. Dude is ripped, but I really enjoyed it, and I love how fucking physical Javon Evans has been
Oh
getting.
yeah, yes, yes.
I love how physical he's been
Yeah.
getting. But yeah, it was. I really enjoyed the match. I thought it was real good, and I was real impressed with Big Cass for not seeing. I haven't seen him in the ring for a long time, and I thought he looked really good.
Yeah, you ask Big Cass how physical Javon Evans was because he had a bloody mouth. He was bleeding from the mouth. Uh, yeah, Javon's got more physical. Javon is not just a high flyer and not just bouncy anymore. He's still those things, but he's just not that.
Well,
I love.
remember a few weeks ago, I told you they needed to be careful because it seemed like his matches was starting to be kind
Yep.
of the same, and and it's a totally different style. And I think it was time they needed to change up a little bit, and I love it. But man,
Yeah,
they were beating the hell out of each other. Like
it was physical.
it was good.
Yeah, it was very, very good. I agree with you 100%. And then after Big Cass gets the win, Javon Evans is down in the ring. Then here comes the Snakes, Dom Mysterio and JD McDonough, and they beat the crap out of him and destroyed Javon. So I like the fact that they're kind of Big Cass may move on. I don't know, but Javon still got something with them too.
Yeah.
So I like that fact, and maybe he's not done with Big Cass yet. So I like what they did there. Next up, even though that I thought the first two matches were great matches, I thought they were very good match. I thought the wrestling on this show, these five matches were very, very strong. Some of the stronger as far as wrestling that Raw's had in a while.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
this Dragon Lee
this match
Ray
was fucking
Phoenix
awesome.
match it's probably going to be the wrestling match of the week on TV, in my opinion. I tell you, Ray Phoenix. I know how good Ray Phoenix is, but Dragon Lee showed out in this match too.
Fuck, that dive he done when Phoenix was sitting on the announce table and he dove
Yeah,
through the dude. That was fucking sick.
that's some risky stuff, man. You
Yes.
mess up, and you leading with your head down, heading that towards that table.
No, that
That's
yeah.
not easy to do.
Yeah, dude,
Uh,
I love this match. Like this match to me was a 10. It was
I agree.
awesome.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Dragon Lee's Rey Mysterio had dubbed Dragon Lee the future of luchadors. So so that's how much Rey Mysterio thinks of him. But Rey Phoenix is one of the best luchadors out there. Also, I thought it was a great match. Rey Phoenix gets the win. He's going to be moving on the
Did it
tournament to the
surprise you?
championship.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. But did it surprise you that Phoenix won?
No, even though Dragon Lee has been, I won't say a bigger name, but has been around in WWE longer. He's had pushes and he's went up and down. Phoenix came into the company and wasn't treated like his brother Penta. He never got a push, and now he's getting his push. So I think because he is a champion over in AAA, and they're really starting to feature him a lot on SmackDown. So I think that Phoenix is on the way up. Not the Dragon League's on his way down. Uh, I still think they're both in the mid card, and I still think once we could eventually we're going to see Phoenix and Penta together. I mean, they're one of the greatest tag teams in the last 20 years. So I think they'll be back together as a tag team. When I don't know, but this was like you said, Chris. It was a 10 out of 10. Uh, Next matchup, I'll let you go first on this one. Penta versus La Parka.
I really enjoyed this matchup as well, and
Yep.
I'm a big Penta fan. Laparca's been. I know this isn't the same
No,
Laparca. I
no.
mean, Laparca's been around forever, but this dude was good too.
Oh yeah.
I loved both their gear as well. It was a cool match to watch. Yeah, I loved it. I thought it wasn't far behind the Dragon Lee and Ray Phoenix match. I
Yeah.
think that one was a little bit better, but
Yeah.
it was right up there. It was a real solid match.
Yeah. It was very good. I agree with you. So now we're going to get Penta versus Ray Phoenix for the shot at Roman Reigns. I think Penta's the bigger name in WWE right now.
I was
I'm
gonna say
not gonna say there's
I hope Penta wins, but I'm a Penta fan, so I'm a little biased on that.
I think in the eyes of the fans, Penta would have a better chance against Roman than Ray would. But don't get me wrong, Ray Phoenix is right there with Penta as far as ability goes. But this should be a classic matchup. Hopefully they give him 20-25 minutes next week. But yeah, like I said again, I said the wrestling on the show was fantastic. This brings us to the main event: the Usos versus LA Knight and Solo Sikoa. I thought it was a solid match. Thought it was good. No problems with it. And then out of nowhere, we get a big surprise. At least to me, a big surprise because I wasn't thinking because I had been saying for weeks. We get Royce Keys back here, Chris, but I've been saying for weeks Royce Keys is going to come back and he's going to team with LA Knight and Solo Sikoa. I mean, that's what kind of made sense to me. Well, Chris, that's not what happened. So, what do you think about what happened tonight? What do you think about
Oh,
this?
I thought the main event was great. I loved it. I thought the match was good, and then of course you had Keys come out there at the end. Now, who were the two guys that came with them?
Okay,
Because
I can help you with that.
I didn't know a whole lot about it. Now
Yep.
they had the look. I thought the way the attack was done was great. Because I'll be honest with you, when it first happened, my whole thinking is, okay, these three guys are going to team up with Solo and LA Knight
Yeah.
and take for war games and take on Bloodline. And then they turned around and attacked LA Knight and then went and got and attacked Solo. It's like, well, no, they're with that fucking idea. That's not happening. Uh,
Okay, I can give you the background on these guys, Chris. Uh, First guy's name is Bronco Nima. He's 28 years old. He's been with WWE NXT for about 3 years now. The other gentleman is Lucian Price. He's 29 years old. He's also been with NXT for about 3 years now. They've been a tag team together. Been a tag team in NXT. They've been up and down, but I think they've really got a lot better in the ring in the last year. But then they really didn't know what to do with them. They've had shots at the NXT titles. They never pulled the trigger. They had maybe make sure that I'm right on here. They had Brock Onema over in AAA for a while, a part of a group, even though he was in NXT with that tag team. And then I noticed all of a sudden they took him out of that group for some reason and brought him back over to NXT. And they had been having words together a little bit, but it seemed like on last week's or 2 weeks ago NXT that they come back together. But they are two big guys, very physical. Uh, and like I said, them three with Royce Keys absolutely destroyed everybody, and it looked good.
oh
I
yeah,
thought.
they were physical. Yeah, I thought it looked good. And like I said,
Uh,
at first I thought they were just going to attack the Usos. I didn't think they were going to attack LA Knight and Solo.
well, part of Royce Keys' story
But
in L.A. is that he was from the streets. You know, he lost a brother early. You know, gang stuff and all this type stuff. And this kind of, I don't want to say that it gives you a little bit of taste of like these three where they come out with the bandanas on the face, a little gang like when you say kind of gang warfare type thing. I mean, I don't think they're going to lean super hard into that, and it's going to be interesting what Royce Keys has to say when they next week or in the next couple weeks. I think he will be the mouthpiece unless they have somebody else because that's one thing. The other two
yeah,
guys are okay on the mic.
he definitely was the leader.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
So
But
yeah, he'll be. I would say he's going to do the talking unless like yeah, unless they put him. But who would they put with him?
I can't think of anybody name wise that they would put. They could maybe they could put another wrestler with him eventually. I don't know. There's somebody they could put with him that would be I wouldn't say it would be a swerve. There's a young lady who was part of that group, OTM down in NXT. Her name's Jada Parker. She's very good, and it seems like they don't know what to do with her. She's ready to come up from NXT, but they really don't know what to do with her. She would be a I think she would be an interesting addition to the group. I'm not saying they're going to do that, but she would fit that group. She's got that cocky attitude that would fit this group, and I thought it was very well done. I thought it was very interesting. I seen some stuff online. Well, you bring in two nobodies from NXT. Hey, if you don't get an opportunity, you're going to stay a nobody. You got to get an opportunity to be somebody. So
Everybody was a nobody at some point.
exactly. These two guys are big. I think they could play the part that they want. That I think WWE is going to want them to play. I think Royce Keys can be a huge star. I'd like what they. I think it's taking a chance, taking a swing. Everybody complains all the time that everything's always so by the numbers and everything. This one by the numbers. Nobody's seen this coming. Nobody's seen it. If anybody said they seen this coming, they're full of shit.
Yeah.
Callie Armstrong would be a good fit too. I would go with Jada because Jada's had more experience. But Callie wouldn't be a bad. Callie's a real muscled up lady. She's very good, but she's a little green still. She's just been on NXT for a few months. She was down in Evolve. But yeah, Callie's Armstrong's going to be a star too. But I think Jada's ready to move up. They got to find a place for her. I think this would be an interesting place to put her.
Hey, thanks for
But
joining us, Anthony.
yeah, most definite, most definite. That's a good thought, Anthony. Uh, yeah, Chris, I love this segment. I really thought this was a strong Raw. Now people was kind of trashing it. Well, this was a not a very good ending compared to what they did last week. Guys, you're not going to be able to hit a grand slam every week on a. I mean, how? I mean, you can only do what they did last week a couple times, 2, 3 times a year. Are you going to be able to pull off segments like that? Segments. Not every segment's going to be a home run.
Hey, what do you think about this comment here? You probably know a little bit more about it than me because you've watched a little bit more of the
Yeah, I watched a lot of
AAA.
Triple A. Yeah, I thought it was a weird. I thought it was a weird fit. I think they brought him in because he's a big guy and he's muscle. But yeah, I don't think it was a good fit, and I think they figured it out. I think they figured it out pretty quick. I think
I think I'm gonna start
Undertaker.
watching more AAA. After watching
It's a
all these damn luchadors the last few weeks on Raw and in this tournament, I'm starting to get a little more interested in it. So I
well,
might start check.
Chris.
And that last AAA I watched was awesome. So I watched that
Well,
one that had
they have
the
a
damn it, the Americanos against each other where Gable got unmasked. I watched that AAA and it was good. So yeah, I'm gonna try to watch more of it.
well, yeah. Triple A's doing very well with. I can't think of his real name. That's terrible. Undertaker. Uh,
Yeah,
he's running the show down there. He is the main booker, head
Mark.
booker, Mark Calloway. But I just know him as Undertaker. I can't call him
Yeah,
Mark Calloway. But he has done a great job down there. And but they've got a free show at noon, a pay per view, but it's free on YouTube Sunday at starting at noon from Texas. I think it's Texas, but I can't remember for sure. And then right after that, in the same building, they have a NXT
yeah. I saw
pay
him
per view.
advertising that tonight.
Yeah, FTR. I mean, they're really good wrestlers, but yeah, that's kind of they just, and I don't think they would argue the fact that they tried to be kind of like Arn Anderson or Tully Blanchard or groups like that. But they're a very good version of it. I like those guys. I quit liking the guys a little bit when they got too much on social media and running their mouths and arguing with fans and stuff. I kind of lost a taste for them guys when they started doing that. To be honest, but I do think they're very good wrestlers.
Yeah,
Uh,
I haven't seen them. I haven't seen them in a while, but I remember
no,
watching them a few years ago. They were good.
no, they're good in the ring, and they're big Anderson fans and Midnight Express fans. That's what they try to be, and I don't think they would make any bones about that. But yeah, Chris, I thought this was a very good show. I give it a 9 out of 10. I was very entertained. I didn't think it didn't have the big segment at the end like last week did, but I thought the wrestling on the show, as far as matches go, was better than last week's. And I thought we had a great ending, still a good ending, and we had a great segment with Braun Breaker and Obafemi.
Yeah, no, I agree. I would give I'd give it a 9 as well. I thought it was a really good show. I really enjoyed it.
Now, Anthony didn't enjoy it as much as we did. He gave it 6.5 out of 10. Anthony, can I ask you why? Why was it not hitting for you? I don't watch a lot of Ring of Honor, Anthony. I watched Ring of Honor a few years ago, and to me, that's Ring of Honor. And this new version of it don't hit for me.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of Ring of Honor here lately.
Yeah, you watched. I remember you and Eric watched some Ring of Honor pay per views with me. Well, actually, that's the first
Oh
time
yeah,
you actually. That was the first time you actually got to see Roxanne Perez. She was
yeah,
known as Roxy. She was
yep.
the champion of Ring of Honor. It was the very first time because Eric loved her.
Yeah.
guy used to be on the show with us. He's no longer with us, but yeah, he was a big Roxy fan.
I get it because it seemed like there was a lot of ads and commercials tonight.
I agree with you, Anthony, but I tell
I
you
didn't
what I
watch it
do.
live though because we were doing a show, so I went back and
Oh,
watched it
yeah,
on.
same for me.
I went back and watched it on Netflix, and yeah, it seemed like there was an awful lot of ads. But
I'll be honest with you, Anthony. When I watch any show, when I watch AEW or when I watch NXT or watch Raw or SmackDown, I have different pair of glasses I put on. I know what I'm gonna get with Raw. I know there's gonna be a ton of ads. That's just the way it's gonna be. So
yeah,
I just don't pay when the ads come on. I go get a drink. I go use the bath. That type thing. I just don't let it bother me. Same thing with AEW. AEW's got a great wrestling product, but as far as the moves go, but when they don't sell, when they don't use facial expressions, I don't think they are trying to tell stories more than they used to. I will give them that. But there's a lot of things that they do that bug me that I finally had to say either you're going to have to quit watching Tony or you're going to have to quit nitpicking. So I quit nitpicking and I just sit down and watch it with my AEW glasses. Same thing if I watch NXT. They got a lot of new people, a lot of young people. So it's not going to be the same level as some of the other shows. So I just think you got to, if you're going to enjoy it, you got to watch it a little different. Know what you're watching and know what it is. That's just my opinion.
yeah. Like so, when I went back and watched it, there was kind of a lot of ads, but like I'm used to it. I'm used to it. The only thing I don't like about Netflix is like when you try to if you try to fast forward through it, it's like you get more ads because you get. It's like every time you on fast
Well,
forward, it
Chris,
seems like you get
see,
ads.
I didn't get that tonight
When you fast
when I
forward,
fast
wouldn't
forwarded.
get ads. Every
No,
time I fast forward when it came back, I had to watch like 3 minutes of ads.
that's happened to me before, but it didn't tonight. It let me go through the
See,
ads.
usually I don't do. Usually I watch it live, so I
Well,
don't have.
I do
So when I
too.
watch
I
it
do too.
live, it like the commercials and stuff have never bothered me. But like tonight, like I said, when I was trying to fast forward, the ads was getting on my damn nerves because every time I would stop to fast forward and I wouldn't be in the right spot, I'd have to watch 3 minutes of ads so I could.
Yeah. Before we get out of here, Josh, I want to ask you real quick your thoughts on the ending of Raw. Did you like the way they did this and bringing two new guys in, or because I've seen some people online critical of it saying, "Oh, bring two nobodies in from NXT," this type thing. What's your thoughts on it? I'm
Like I
curious.
said, everybody was a nobody at some point. Like the only way you can become somebody is if you get opportunity.
Yeah, Anthony, their stories are not consistent. I think they're doing better than what they did a couple years ago, but I think they're trying. I see you. They say they're trying to do more promos, trying to give more people mic time. I think they're making an effort. I just think with Tony Khan running the show all the time, and he's a little scatterbrained. I think that's why there's inconsistency. In my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I
We'll
agree.
see, we'll see if Josh answers my question here, and then we'll get out of here, Chris. But I was curious what he thought of that last segment. I thought it was very well done. Again, it wasn't last week's last segment, but you're not going to have that every week. But I thought it was a strong segment.
Yeah, it was
But
pretty. I ain't gonna lie. It was pretty neat seeing the three brothers in the main event, and then after we just uh, saw their brother Saturday night at a show we were at.
yeah, yeah. And the thing of it is, Chris, hell, who knows? We might see him up here sometime. May see him in NXT or something.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me. Uh, he has the look, and he looked good in the ring. Like he can he looked good.
Had good personality. Yeah, we're talking about Tamiko Fatu that we seen. Very first time I had heard of him, but I had never seen any of his stuff before.
It's
But we
he's
got to see him live.
he's a Rikishi's another one of Rikishi's sons. Well, all
Well,
right.
I don't.
Well, while we see if Josh is going to respond, you do you have anything else before we get ready to close out?
Well, we do have on Gonzo's wrestling room or Gonzo's sports room tomorrow night at 10. And then on Wednesday, we got a couple big shows. We got me and Warren together with 3 Count and Out at 7 o'clock. Normally that's 8 o'clock on Wednesdays once a month, but this time it's going to be at 7. But then at 8 o'clock's the big show. This is going to be the
Wait
show
a
of the
minute.
week,
At
guys.
7 o'clock, that's OG Tony and the ratings draw. Warren
Oh, that's
Misery.
true. Warren
You
Misery.
gotta
That's
get
right.
that
I
right with
forgot.
Warren.
That's
He'll be
true.
mad at you.
That's right. That's right. The ratings draw. But then at 8 o'clock's the big show, guys. Thunderstorm 2, the show we was at this past Saturday night with WCWO. It's going to be featuring great wrestling. I'm telling you, man, you're not going to want to miss this. This is a fantastic show. You got to see Gangrel. You got to see Rhino. You got to see Shark Boy, uh, D'Amico Fatu, Chris. Who else? A
Uh,
couple. Oh,
Rob
Keller
Conway,
Kelly, Rob Conway, Highlight Reel, Dex Royal,
War Ready
Zay
Maliko.
Gates, War Ready Malenko, just a bunch of young, great WCW stars, and then some great big stars from the past, whether it was ECW, TNA, uh, uh, WWE, WCW. I mean, it was just a fantastic show, and I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it. And then Thursday night, we got Face or Heel Pro Wrestling Talk at 8. I'm trying to remember all this, Chris. At 10 o'clock, we've got Gonzo Sports Room. Also, don't forget about all the shows on In Your House. Let's see, what day is it now? It's Monday. Okay, Tuesday. Tomorrow, you've got the Raw Review Show with Josh and Kevin Calloway. That's usually around 6:30, around in there. You can follow it. They're kind of like us. We like on our shows when our Gonzo's Wrestling, when we say 6:30ish. They're kind of like that too. They got a little ish on that too. Then on Wednesday, they got the WCW Watch Along Show. Thursday, they got the AEW Dynamite Review Show with Hollywood House and Joshua Joseph and myself. We'll be doing that Thursday. Let's see, Friday, Chris, me and you're back in your house after party for SmackDown on Friday, and then on Sunday you got the great big house party show on Sundays, and it's always a lot of fun. That's usually around 1:30 or so. So, and also don't forget about inyourhouse.com. I think I got it all, Chris. It takes me a while. I'm a little old.
Yep. Go
I,
make sure you check out inyourhouse.com. Also, the Thunderstorm 2 wrestling show he was talking about Wednesday night at 8 p.m. It'll be live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, all at Gonzo Sports Room. So come join us for that. And I think we covered everything.
okay, you gonna put it on Facebook too?
Yep. We done the last one and it went all right. So I'm gonna give it a shot.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Chris. Again, what rating did you give the show? You give it a 9 also?
Yeah, I give it a 9 as well.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, well, yeah, I thought it was very good. I think Anthony was watching something a little different we did, but I understand. A lot of people complain about the commercials. I just don't. I refuse to let it take me out of it. That's just me. Well, but everybody have a great night. And
Hey, Anthony's like Marcus because Marcus will do the same thing. If
oh,
he feels like there's too many commercials, he'll give the show a lower number. So
yeah,
hey,
Marcus
like
will. Yeah.
so
Yeah,
so,
he
so,
watch
I,
NXT.
so I understand it because he's not the only one.
There's I understand you want to see what you want to see. You don't want to see commercials. I don't. I understand. I just try not to let it take me out of it.
We
Let's
appreciate
get out of
everybody
here.
joining us. Go check out inyourhouse.com. Check out at Gonzo Sports Room and all social media. And we will see you guys on Friday.